Welcome back, guys, to Zielonka. As you can see, we're harvesting canola. I decided to go with the plan to do the potatoes. You may have seen at the end of the last episode I had the game on half speed. I was buying myself time to make a decision. I didn't know what to do. Shall I, shan't I? I don't like massively relying on loans, but sometimes that's what it takes just to get the the series going. So I have bought this field which already has the canola, which is across the road from the farm. I bought the little field next to the shop. We'll see it in a bit. And I've already put the oil mill on and then done a little bit of landscaping because it was a ploughed field. So I did some tarmacking. So that way we'll have canola oil to do crisps or chips next August. As soon as we get them harvested, we'll already have the oil in place to do it. If I have a lot of oil from this field and another field that I've purchased, then maybe we'll sell some of it just to help get some of our money back. If I put the AI on that, and if we go to the map, obviously we're harvesting field 56, which is across the road from where we are. This field, little 77, it's right next to our others, so I bought that nice and cheap. Then what I might do is, once I've harvested the beetroot on 73, is I might make 73 and 77 one field. Or 76 and 77 combined one field. Because we don't need to go up and down all of these. So I thought that was a good one. And then over here you can see where half that field's disappeared. If I click on it and we visit, I didn't have to do any levelling here. It was pan flat, so that's one reason I went with this field, because it was fairly flat. I had to do a tiny bit of smoothing on this side. Tiny bit, it didn't cost me much. And then a little bit over here, and you can see over in the far corner, I don't know if it's coming across for you guys, but it's slightly raised at the back there. But I've asphalted it, so it looks nice. Again, we're really close to where we are. It's across the road from the farm. Maybe what I'll do is I'll put a shed on that bit of asphalt, and then we can use that for storage, because the land we have here is quite small. So we might be able to put some of the implements or harvesters parked over here as we start buying the larger equipment. So I did go with it. So the plan today is to harvest the canola on 56 and on 77, get it into the oil mill and start converting it. Then we'll start on the beetroot. Oh no, I still need to do the potatoes and parsnips on field 76. If we have time, because I've now put the speed back to ×1 or ×2, then we'll go to the beetroot. Should we have a look? Time. Oh, I've got it on real time. Let's put it on ×2 then. Make it back to where we normally have it. So that's the plan for today. I finally made the decision, so I did all of that off camera, so that I could show you today. I hope you all think that was a good idea. So for now, I'm gonna crack on with doing the canola on this field. Then when we're on the other field, I'll come back to you guys. We'll assess the time and decide whether we'll get to do parsnips and beetroot. So I'll speak to you soon. Hi guys, we're back. Just finishing off the canola in the second field. The first field didn't fill the trailer, so what we'll do is we'll see how much we get in the trailer, and then we'll know how much canola oil we'll get overall out of this year's harvest. Because the oils are all on a 2-to-1 ratio, so however many thousand litres you have, just divide it by 2 and that's how much oil you'll get. Whereas the root crops are 3-to-1. So there we are, just over 30,000. That's a fairly round number. So that's 15,000 litres of canola oil. And I was looking at canola oil right now, not going to Erlanger at 4,500, but it does peak in November at just under 6. So 6,000 times 15 is what, 90,000 pounds worth of oil, and we said 15,000 litres, so we could probably sell 10 of those if they're ready by November, and then leave the rest until August when we have the potatoes. So that will help pay off some of the investment we've made. You know, if we do get just under £60,000 worth of canola oil, 55, whatever it is, right? That'll leave us canola oil to start with before next season's harvest, and helps go towards the cost of putting in the oil mill. While we unload, we can look at how much the oil mill cost. I want to say it was 80,000, but it might have been slightly less. Here we are. So right, let's start emptying. Let's go to construction. Productions. Oil. That's the seal. Oil mill, 80,000. So, yeah, we would have more or less, would have paid for what? 60% of the oil mill cost. So after next year's harvest, we would have paid off the oil mill, and we will already be making chips for with potatoes. I was thinking while we were doing that canola harvest, in the UK, probably elsewhere in the world, you can actually get vegetable crisps. So beetroot, parsnip, carrot, sweet potato. So I was kind of shocked that we weren't doing vegetable crisps. In a packet you'll get a mixture, won't you? I really like the parsnip ones. My wife likes the beetroot ones. The sweet potato ones are nice. So maybe that's an enhancement Giants could make to that factory. Just rename it Crisp Factory or Chip Factory instead of Potato Processing Plant, and then they could do vegetable crisps as well. Because I do like vegetable crisps. Yeah, so for FS25, or they could go all in and do other stuff with the potato processing plant, like do mash, or I don't know what other stuff they would want to do with it. I don't know what else you can really do with the potatoes, if I'm honest. I suppose you could do things like gratin potatoes, potato dauphinoise, all those kind of things. You could get those pre-packaged up, which would be easy actually if you had the dairy. God, it's got me going now. Oh, right, so if I start the worker, right, yeah, so yeah, you could do that, couldn't you? You could do gratin potatoes or dauphinoise potatoes. I know technically you might have like garlic and stuff, but at a simplified level, you know, you could put in cream and cheese, and do that. I mean, they simplify all the other recipes, so if you wanted to do potato processing plant, you could add that as a product, or you could do a crisp factory and then do vegetable crisps as well as potato crisps. Yeah, just something I was just thinking about, you know, when you're just sitting here harvesting. Right. Just got to collect the rest of these, don't want to waste them. Right, if I go backwards all the way, I can go over here. Yeah, I like the idea of the ditches, right? Because they're real. You know, we have them in this country the same as obviously they do out in Poland. But really they could have done with increasing the gap to the ditches, because that just makes it unnecessarily unpleasant. It's meant to be a game, it's not. And you watch people online and they're all just driving through the ditches. It's like, you wouldn't there's no chance you would do that in real life. It's just, I get gamification, but yeah, they could have allowed more space for the ditches. So it's 3 o'clock in game. I'm going to crack on with these parsnips. I'm going to come back to you guys when this field is done, assuming I'm going to get it done before it gets dark, which I should do. And then we'll decide whether we'll start on the beetroot or not. So let's just get ready to do this row. Here we are. Fantastic. Yeah, so speak to you guys again when we've finished this field. Okay. Here we are, guys. We're just doing the last row of parsnips. Looks like we're going to fill up the soup factory, or at least get very close. Interestingly, depending on who you are, I took a break from doing the video. I went down to our allotment and got some parsnips. My son and I went down, got some Brussels sprouts, cabbage, a squash, crown prince, and we pulled some of our parsnips. So yeah, coincidence that we went today when I was doing the harvesting of the parsnips in the video. So let's get down to the soup factory. Actually, 16787, I think we won't quite fill the soup factory. But yeah, we went down there. It's really wet. We've had a lot of rain in the UK recently. It's flooded around here, so the allotments were not flooded, but we have to cross the river to get to where they are, and we had to take a detour, and the allotments are heavily saturated. But yeah, so that's parsnips for our roast dinner on Sunday. We've also got some kale down there that we'll leave for another week. We've got more sprouts, and we've still got some more parsnips. And crown prince and cabbage, actually, as it happens. We've got a little bit more of everything. But yeah, so that was nice to get some fresh air in between doing the video. So, as you can see, we said we would decide what we would do when we'd finished the parsnips in the game. It's 5:23 in game, so we're not going to do any more harvesting today in the game. What we're going to do is we're going to empty these parsnips, and August is supposed to be the best time to sell triple soup. So, once we've emptied these out, we will sell our triple soup. We'll see where the best place is. Are we going to get these all out? I think we are. Yes. Right. Oh, look at that. 447. I reckon it must be going up to 450. So we're almost full on the parsnips. So we've got red beet. We're not going to have that much red beet, and some carrots to put in tomorrow. Let's detach the trailer. Let's pick up the auto loader. And see how many of these we can get loading up. I moved them away from the standard area because we had the potato soup. Oh, there we are, I've got some coming in. Potato soup coming, and I didn't want to confuse things by having two types of soup. I don't know how this trailer would react. Right, let's get that last pallet. There it is. Okay, so 14,000 litres. That should give us a bit of income to pay off a bit of the loan, but also help pay for the helpers who have to drive the harvester. Right, so that's potato, a triple soup. Okay, let's see if we can get that last triple soup into here. Right. Let's see what happens. There we are. We're getting the triple soup and not the potato soup. There we go. 16,000 litres. Right, where's the best price? Let's have a look. Triple soup. Supermarket. Okay, let's shoot up the high street to the supermarket. Yeah, so that means we'll rest. We'll go to sleep after we've sold the triple soup. Then we'll focus on doing our beetroot and carrots in the next episode, and we'll see potentially if there's any decent contracts to pick up. Obviously we need to earn money quickly to pay off our loan. I can't afford to turn away contracts if they're simple or of a reasonable value. So potentially I'll do some off camera. Right, there we are. Let's empty the soup. There we go. 59,709. So we're up to 60,000. So I think that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.